San Diego State and Arizona, two completely different teams than they were 5 months ago when they played. Arizona's without their third leading scorer, Brandon Ashley, because of injury, while Steve Fisher realizes that Dwayne Polee is a good guy to bring off the bench in this game. Twitter referring to the Honda Center as Viejas Arena North, and some impressive highlights. Early on, Skylar Spencer with the big block. Then Polee comes off the bench and hits the three. And then how about Polee? The spark plug, the steal, the score. And then how about this? The steal and the highlight reel dunk, bringing the Aztec fans to their feet. Before the horn sounds, he adds another block. And then another three. Polee with 10 in the first half as the Aztecs go into the break up 4. Second half, early on, it looks like SDSU's night. Winston Shepard, who can't hit a jump shot, banks one in, but there's no stopping the big fella, Aaron Gordon, with the sweet alley-oop. Then the athletic tip-in as Arizona takes the lead for the first time since early in the first half. Then everything going the Cats' way. Skylar Spencer with the phantom block. Look, his hand doesn't even touch the ball. That actually, I figured it did maybe, but that was just a bad call. And this right here, well, this was just good play by Arizona. The steal and the score by Nick Johnson, his first points of the game with just about 2:46 to go. The Aztecs would close with 3 thanks to X's 3 right there. But there's no stopping Johnson. He scores 13 more, finishing the night with 15 points in 2 minutes and 46 seconds. The Aztecs season ends at the claws of the Cats. Polee had to 3 second-half points. Aztecs season ends at 31-5. Of those 5 losses, well, it comes to just 3 teams, twice to New Mexico, once to Wyoming, and twice to Arizona. Here's a look at the board. The final on this one, 70-64. Thames with 25 points in his final game as an Aztec. Gordon and Johnson each with 15 apiece. And how about Josh Davis? 15 rebounds in the game, 11 of those in the first half. Now, for more on the Aztecs, let's check in with Allie Wagner, who's live at the Pond in Anaheim, also known as the Honda Center. Allie just got out of the locker room. And Allie, I'm assuming that was just a very, very quiet locker room, was it not?
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of tears in eyes. And since you were talking about Josh Davis, he had to be helped into the locker room. And also I watched him be helped to the podium. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. I think we just saw him leave on crutches. He definitely gave it all he had for his senior year, his last year. But let's talk about Xavier Thames. This has been his team. He has been the leader, 25 points tonight. The guys couldn't have said enough positive things about senior Xavier Thames.
The season, he was such a leader for you guys, and how much, I mean, he really meant to this club.
Yeah, he was huge for us. I think that's also what makes it so tough, is that I'm never going to get to play with him again. I was real close with him, but he's been amazing for us this year.
I mean, Xavier is a great player. He can do everything, and he's gonna fill some great shoes in the pros, and on a team they'd be very happy with him. So we're missing a big piece next year that we'll have to find a big person to fill that gap.
Emotions are high. I came in the locker room crying. Just know that I'm not going to be able to play with these group of guys. Again, going out there and fighting for them each and every game. So I was real sad. But I'm sure they'll get to the Final Four in the next few years or so, and I'll be right there to support them.
So a lot of guys really bummed out for Xavier. I mean, they all gave it their all. I mean, they talked about there was plenty of effort, and even Steve Fisher talked about that. He thought the show had a lot to do with that, them coming out and supporting the team. It was definitely loud. Obviously, it was also Arizona. They were pretty solid over there, right, Rick?
Yeah, that's right, Allie. And, Steve Fisher talked in the press conference, I know you were in the locker room, about the difference in the game was the phantom goaltend, which we watch here on a replay on TV. It was not going down. But I also think it was the play of Nick Johnson and Aaron Gordon down the stretch. Are these guys as good in person as they looked on TV?
Well, obviously, Nick Johnson had a little bit of trouble getting going. I mean, we were wondering when he was going to get going. He felt like he would be a factor, and we always felt like Aaron Gordon was going to be a factor. I mean, he is a freshman phenom, but he didn't seem to get his game going at all. The Aztecs defense helped with that, but here we spoke with Steve Fisher about the play of Nick Johnson.
I, with intent, looked at Nick Johnson's stat line to see when he did what he did. He had no points at halftime, 0 for 7. He made 10 for 10 from the free throw line the last minute 30 of the game. He hit a 3 with about 2:30 left in the game. So he had 13 of his 15 points in the last 2.5 minutes or so. Good players make important plays. Good players move on to the next play and don't dwell on what happened before, and he's a very good player.
Nick Johnson is a great player. You know, I've been knowing him for a while as well, and, you know, he just exploded in the second half. That's all I can really say. I can't say that we didn't play hard defense, but, you know, he just made a lot of good shots.
So there you have it. I think at the end, like Coach Fisher said, great players make great plays, and they couldn't keep them bottled up just quite enough. But the Aztecs also have a lot of great players. Can't wait to see what they will have in store for us next season. For now, Rick, back to you.
All right, great job by you.